This mossy walnut blank is so green it's already moving. And if I don't finish today, I won't be turning a bowl, I'll be turning an oval. My plan is to turn a 4-tipped bowl. I've never done this before and I'm not sure the piece can support it. Walnut is my favorite wood. I know, I always say that, but this time I really mean it. The heartwood on this blank looks gorgeous, but all that bark has me concerned. Did someone sell me a bad blank? I'm racing the clock on a design I've never done, with a blank I'm not sure I can trust. Let's go. Stay to the end. My wife has taken this to yet another level. My first plan was to mount it with a worm screw onto the chuck. It didn't work out. The worm screw wasn't long enough. The chuck couldn't get a bite. The sapwood wouldn't hold on to it. So I'm going to have quite a wrestling match here trying to get this thing to attach. Off camera, I managed to finally get it to mount onto the worm screw. I had to hack away a lot of the bark. I don't really trust this. I'm going to keep that tailstock up because I don't want the piece coming off, and I really don't want it coming off and hitting me in the snot locker. I'm going to work that bottom so eventually I can get a foot turned onto that so I can flip it around to do some hollowing. I've changed tool rests so that I can move between the side and between the bottom and get a nice curve from there. I'm starting to question whether the 3-tipped or 4-tipped bowl is actually going to work. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm starting to get really worried about this blank. The heartwood, the brown wood, was a very thin layer over the sapwood. I probably should have known that with that bark on there like that. So I'm a little concerned that I'm just going to have sapwood and I'm not going to really have any walnut. I'll see what happens as I get into it. Okay, my original design was to do a 3 or 4-tipped bowl. I don't like those flat spots. I don't think they look very good. So I'm calling it audible, and I think the piece, the bowl, the blank really wants to be round. I just kind of feel it. I don't know how to describe it. So I'm going to go for a round blank, and I'm going to take away those flat spots and no more 3-tipped. We're going to go just for a regular live edge bowl. In this scene, you can really kind of see that the white sapwood is coming out. Oddly, the sapwood has figure. I have never seen this before, so I'm hopeful this bowl will make it. I'm really starting to worry that this is going to just be going to the burn pile. I'm hoping I can salvage it. I don't know. The grain's pretty crazy, and I'm going to use the negative rate scraper to try to reduce the amount of sanding I have to do. For the outside shapes, I'm going to move on to sanding. I'm still on the border about this blank with all this sapwood. I'm not really sure. It is figured. It does have a nice look to it. So why stop? I've got a bowl. Let's see what happens. I'm going to use some shellac to seal the end grain. I like to use this. The more I use shellac, the more I like it. If you're a wood turner, do you like shellac? Let me know in the comments what you think and how you use it. With the shellac dry, I'm going to unscrew it from the chuck. It was on there better than I thought. When I first put it on, I didn't think it had that good of a grip. Turns out I was wrong. So we'll flip it around and start hollowing. This will give you a peek at how I actually mounted it. I took a big hole saw, 4-inch, drilled a circle into it, then I removed the bark from that circle so I could get the chuck to grab onto the piece. As I start to hollow, I'm uncovering more sapwood. Not a surprise under the bark, but we'll have to wait till the end because you're going to have to see, why does this bowl give me the munchies? Right now I'm going through sapwood. A nice sharp bowl gouge will take the chips off of these long ribbons. So here's a nice slow-mo of those ribbons coming off. I'm getting the wall thickness kind of to where I want it. As you look at it, you can kind of see the bowl is really not round. It's moving on me. I'm trying to get it down to that thickness, but this is the challenge of green wood. It moves while you're working on it. and you have to finesse your way in. Let's see if I can make it work. I've switched to my wide carbide scraper. It's got a wide carbide cutter. It's probably close to an inch, maybe 2-3 centimeters wide. It makes getting a flat bottom really easy, and I'm liking it more and more. Like I said earlier, I'm racing the clock. The piece is going to try to expand, and it's going to turn into an oval. So I'm adding some shellac to try to seal it to slow that down. I've got the wall thickness where I want it, and if it starts to turn into an oval, I don't have any more thickness left to go and make it back round again. So I've got to quickly get some shellac on here and get the sanding done. I'm going to try and power sand this, but the bark on the edge is so abrasive it's grabbing the sanding disc right off of it. The piece is also no longer really round, and I'm sanding a little bit of air as it goes around, so I'm going to do a lot of stopping it like this, sanding that edge, and then doing it kind of semi by hand. Here, if you press hard enough, you can do the bottom, you can actually get it, but the sides, it's just skipping, you're not getting anything. With the sanding complete, I'm going to add some Waterlox tongue oil sealant. I'm going to put it on very thick. The wood doesn't drink a lot of it up, but the bark on the other hand took a lot, so I gave it as much as it could want, and I would wipe off the excess. The bark absorbed almost all of it. The wood itself, a little bit, not much, but we'll see. Okay, day or two later, tongue oil has cured. I'm now going to wet sand with the Scotch pads from purple to white. I use mineral spirits instead of water. I don't want the water near my lathe. I don't want to rust it. Okay, with the wet sanding done, I'm going to flip it around so that I can access the foot. I've got some tool marks on the foot or some jaw marks on the foot, and I need to finally clean it up. I'll probably get a little finish on it. So I'm going to set up my homemade vacuum chuck, and then I will pull it forward and lock it in with the vacuum chuck. The vacuum chuck has a hold of it, but I do not trust it. So I'm going to go with a life center, bring the tailstock up, and I can now use where the token hole is and not worry about marring it, and I can hold it right up against the vacuum chuck. It doesn't give me any more RPMs, but it does let me make sure it doesn't come flying off, which is really you don't want at this stage, because I'm so close to finished. Anything I screw it up now, you know, it's heartbreaking. With the foot cleaned up, I'm going to wet sand it for the final time and get ready to put the finish on it. I'm calling another audible here. At first I thought I was going to put some tongue oil on like I did for my last natural edge bowl, but this one's not. It's a different bowl, and I think this one is going to look better with maybe a little more bling, a little more gloss onto it. So I'm going to add some Waterlox semi-gloss as my coat instead of a tongue oil. Okay, it's a couple days later. I put 3 coats of Waterlox semi-gloss on it, buffed in between. It's got a bit of a sheen, not too much. Remember, when we started this, we were racing the clock to get this done before it moved on us. And here we are at the end. One way we're 8.5 inches, or about 210 millimeters. Then the other direction, it contracted. We're less than 7.5 inches, or about 180 millimeters in that particular area. Why does it give me the munchies? I think it looks like a cookie. I got the brown Oreo cookie here at the bottom. I got the delicious filling in the middle and more delicious chocolate on the top. Maybe it's just me, maybe that's what I see, but generally speaking, if it's a sweet, I like it. Cookies, cake, Oreo cookies, I like it. So, gave me the munchies. My wife decorates them again. Every time I put a bowl down, she'll go and put a bird in it, or she'll decorate it, and this one is no different. This one's going to get its bird. That's going to be right up next. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment. Tell me what you think of this bowl. Tell me what you don't like. How did I do? And I'll talk to you later. And here's how my wife decorated this one. I always look forward to see what she's going to do. A crow eating peanuts. I love it. Thanks for watching.